schedule for you because we do have one final match today. Splyce versus, hopefully, the new improved 100 Thieves.
Unreal, man. I can't wait to see how this new 100 Thieves roster is going to look with Priesta. I'm really hoping that they're going to be really good. At least it's going to be a banger match because 100 T, they got the best photographers. They got the best videographers. And hopefully they can be the best players in this series right here because we have just been giving them so much slack, and these are players that don't honestly deserve it because they're all champions. But at the POQ, they were 0-5.
Okay, so the biggest thing with the 100 Thieves is they're supposed to be like a good hardpoint team. At the very least, they're supposed to be a good respawn team. They've been a terrible respawn team. They've been horrible. This is a new roster. This essentially, you know, you replace one player with Priesta, you replace Pharaoh, and it's a completely different player, completely different dynamic to the roster.
Also adding the coach.
And you're also adding a coach who is going to help you with all the small things, organization, and also the vibe of the roster, right? So it's refreshing, but they need to be winning respawns. They need to be winning hard points with this roster. If they're not winning hard points, this team is going to crumble once again. So a lot's going to be, you know, riding on this first series, in my opinion, for them. This is a tough match, and you get to gauge how much improvement you've actually made with the addition of Priesta.
Well, we can certainly, you know, they can say they've improved, but we have to see it here. And,
yeah, they've been
saying it a lot.
A lot.
Actions do speak louder than words, but I want to talk about Splyce, who they will be facing off against. And, Pac, is there anything you're looking for out of them?
I'm excited to see Accuracy back on the main stage. He was dominating Slasher last year. He was like one of the only ARs that was doing better than Slasher last season. He was the best AR last season. I'm excited to see if he can continue that going on in Black Ops 4. And of course, we have Temp. Temp's like a top 3 player in Black Ops 4 for sure. He's a superstar. I love every single time we get to watch superstar players play. And this is gonna be a big match, man. Temp versus Priesta with the Sogs. I'm excited.
And they did, of course, come in third at Vegas, so feeling good. 100 Thieves, of course, not playing that high.
They got third, and if you ask a lot of people, I talked to some of the Optic guys, Splyce probably should have beaten Optic in that game for Hardpoint and gone on to the grand finals and winners.
Seaside.
Well, Splyce was the one who was really able to challenge them considerably.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they challenged them. They're an amazing team at Vegas. Like, if they won that Seaside Hardpoint, the tournament results could have been completely different. I mean, on the side of Splyce, like, I'd be looking at my team like, dude, our SOG duo is just so much better than them. Priesta and Abel versus Temp and Jerd. Like, on paper, and then what we've seen, it's like, we have such a better SOG duo. We need to exploit that in this series, and you got to think that's going to be the plan going into it, just hyper-aggressive, trying to pick up those first bloods. Kind of what we just saw United do. Looking at it, like, even if 100 Thieves has made improvement, even if they're a lot better, it's going to be tough for them to take down Splyce regardless because the way the matchups are.
But Splyce is also going through the same thing that United is, in that this is their first match on LAN in like 2 months.
Every team's lost that got top 4 in their first match.
Yeah, all just getting their feet wet.
Yeah, you got to get back into that environment with the hype and everything else.
Well, we will see, and again, 100 Thieves, if Splyce is in that third place form, will certainly be a challenge, but they do have Priesta on their roster as well as Crowder as their coach, so we will see what kind of difference that is going to make. Coming up in just a few minutes, we have Splyce versus 100 Thieves.
It's time for our main event tonight. We're in day 2 of Division B here at the Call of Duty World League. Honey Thieves going up against Splyce. What a change it's been for 100 Thieves, a new roster and a slight adjustment with the addition of Priest and, of course, Crowder going to the coach role. Phase to make the league, hey man, you got to pick up those good pieces. On the other side of the table, Splyce, a team that we saw make a solid run at Vegas. A couple of changes here and there in the lineup in terms of who's running what, but otherwise structurally the same. What a series this is going to be, Momo.
This is one which, when you saw Division B, you were like, hell yeah, I'm excited for this matchup. When is it happening? I'm setting time aside to watch this one. This is going in the calendar. And talking of preparation, about watching the game, talking about preparation in general, Marky B, we just had a chat with him on our way back to the casting area, and we kind of just touched on, you know, what these guys have done from Vegas. And the reason I wanted to ask that question, and reason we really touched it, was up to game and obviously Champions, they came in, they started slow. Yes, they had a substitute. I will touch on that. United, they came in, they lost. You know, LG, they came in, they started slow. Splyce is that other team. How are they going to come into this? Have they got the preparation? Are they going against a hot 100 Thieves with a new roster which is just going to come in and show them what they're made of? This was the one game today which a lot of people were torn on. Everyone thought Envy was going to come out and handle business. Didn't happen. Even early on, you know, we saw Heretics. They were kind of the favorite in their series. A lot of people were right, but this one we have, you know, pretty much cut down the middle. Like, who you picking? Splyce, 100T? I don't know.
Frequency Arsenal Gridlock. Our first 3 maps here in our first bout between these two teams. Now, of course, 100 Thieves is supposed to see them play last night, but travel issues forced a slight change. But you've waited and you shall receive, COD fans. Again, the addition of Priest, a highly aggressive sub, one of the most coveted players in the CWL, makes his way on 100 Thieves. Crowder, now your coach. A team plagued with issues, underperformance, high expectations, tremendous potential, astronomical potential. Will they find it here? Here we go, straight into the hard point, in on the point, back and forth. Temp, Looney. Kills going the way of Splyce as Looney finds 3. A lovely start for Splyce here in the hard point.
Yeah, very aggressive, very fast, and of course you're going to see those grapples come into play. But touching on one thing first of all, this is Splyce's pick. This is the map that they chose here as Looney still going strong. 5-0, working towards the Lightning Strike. He's not going to get the concussion, but he is going to take down Priester. That's going to be the Lightning Strike, and cluster grenades are everywhere. He's calling for help. He's calling for backup. 75 away from the next streak, that being a Hellstorm as well. And I tell you what, it's not just him who's going off. Aqua is 6-1. Jerd only with the 1. Accuracy found himself a double, as does Temp. But so far, so good for Splyce here.
I mean, this is a typical start now, as we've seen. Oh my goodness, finally taken down just before that could get really out of hand. Looney, though, 2 streaks to his name. Shots out. That's the drone squad, full streaks. Perfect work there on the corners. Gets the beat down, and now this aggressive play to flush these players out who have spawned in the back. Priest is the last player left alive. Temp's going to get it done. Temp, MVP performance from CWL Vegas. Alas, they couldn't make it all the way to the grand finals, but certainly called him out to be one of the finest players in the league. Again, running that War Machine. The only major change that we have seen take place on Splyce. Accuracy now running the Tempest, and Aqua is going to be the Seraph player. And Able finding 2 in the background there as 100 Thieves desperately try to break on into the 60 points of Splyce.
I tell you what, Looney, 10-0, baby. And that's all it's going to be. However, he's given himself and his team a 60-point lead. He's got full streaks to play around with as well. But Priester, we've got to touch on the young gun that has been added, obviously replacing Pharaoh here for 100 Thieves. Again, yes, it might be only 1 roster change, but it feels like this is a brand new team almost. One little change can change a lot, but right now that score is not showing much of it, but plenty of time. Big deep breath. Let's go at it again as we see Hardpoint number 3 pop up. We're going to see Hellstorm called in. Should find Kenny and will find Kenny. Can he find anything more though? Looney already a fantastic start, sat at 11-2.
Splyce have got the hard point for the time being. 40 seconds left on the clock. Let's have a quick listen with an Astro listen in and see what Splyce have got to say.
Top window, top window, top window.
Play the guy window.
Reese the challenge, challenge.
One shot, he's in. Window dead. One more.
Coming pies, I'm coming pies.
Oh wait, we in.
I'm going main, I'm going
One back. One more hallway, Push him.
Yeah, in the back.
Dead. One more. Hold on. Weak. That's good shit. One more in the back. Two there.
I got it.
3, 1 close. He's gonna slide.
They're gonna be on next. Yo, come yellow. Come yellow.
I'm coming.
One more. You got streaks, right?
Two. Window. Flank. I have streaks. Yes, I have streaks. I'm using my drone. I have fuel buff.
Through top mid.
Stay alive.
Yep.
Do I can streak this? I can streak this.
Go.
I'm waiting.
Close. Austin dead.
One more.
All right, one their side and one 2 top mid. Bottom mid. Slow me.
I'm looking top.
Weak.
Two
Both
bottom.
I won. Nice. One more bottom. Let's go. It's one yellow.
I'm looking out.
Yellow.
Double ladder.
Help them.
Double ladder.
There's a trophy ender.
Okay, I'm blocking yellow.
Push me.
Austin, one shot.
Go one more. Top mid.
Weak. Yep. Austin's there under. Yeah, just hold
I'm
it.
going top mid.
Yeah. Coming yellow to you, John.
I'm coming back to help you.
I have a drone. I'm gonna go out. Calm, composed, but hype at the same time. It's a hard mix and a balance to find. However, I will touch on one thing, and it was for me, you know, that hype and aggression is great, but it was the consistency of Jerd calling out. I've seen Jerd play for years upon years, but he was calling out the specifics. You know, trophy on hill. You know, the ones, have you got streak? Have you got streaks? Confirming things. And again, it just seems like he's in his element. This is a position not many Europeans find themselves in, where you can team with 4 North American players of this caliber, and he's excelling right now. He might be 5-11, but he's putting in some objective work, to say the least, and also the communications, a strong part. However, 100 Thieves, 50 points on the board. Splyce still counted, still have the streaks as well.
It was an incredibly powerful start from Splyce, and they've still got that time. 55 to 100 Thieves, and we've seen in the past they've had their woes in Hardpoint. Temp, War Machine out, Flak Jacket, everyone's ready to go with this one. Jerd finds himself 2, Temp finds another there on a slasher, and as you can see, back and forth, and as you can certainly hear, things are starting to get wild here in the Emoji Arena in Columbus. Temp over the top, Octane did not look both ways before crossing the street, and that bus has just run him clean over. Accuracy finding kills as well. As Temp continues this run, the contest is there, the streaks are in his hand, and he's waiting for a few more points to find a few more. Accuracy's got spawns, no, he doesn't for the next one. 145 now, ticking. Splyce certainly in the lead, 10 seconds remain. 100 Thieves have the woes continued now with this new roster.
Oh my goodness, you hate to see such a hard challenge almost for the first game, but you kind of love it at the same time, you know. 19-7. Temp had one of the best events, maybe his best personal event ever in Vegas, and it was hard to kind of match, hard to follow up on, but right now he's making a case for it. 20-8. Trying to look for that player. He's going to be on the right-hand side. That's going to be Enable. No Annihilator to connect with that one. Big double from Enable. Looney and Temp coming in as well. 157 plays 78. 100 Thieves in the Hardpoint.
100 Thieves in the Hardpoint. Let's have a quick Astro Gaming listen in with the Thieves themselves.
There's 2 nice stones. We spawn pipes, so they're going to be really nice to go for it. They're going to be ring as well.
They have no weapon specialists. They still has grab.
Trophy dead. He does.
Yeah.
Three in the back. Three. All weak.
I stun him. I stun 2.
Nice. You're going to win this game. Another one.
I post. Go back.
I have your help pot.
No, they're going to be back.
Make sure we block. 2 back right. There's 2 back right. I got 1. No,
225 after you get
play those. You want me to post that? You want me to post it? No.
Okay. You might want to.
I post it.
Yeah, do it. I'm going to 5 out.
Pull back.
You can.
Wait, they're all
Oh, yeah, they're all there. All front. Just keep pulling back. Keep pulling back.
Yeah, out of me. Watch out.
Top mid.
Three, guys. I'm staying down on
Mid dead. They're going to be right.
I'm pitching. Post
I'm
up.
laning back.
He's in a lightning elbow.
Tell me.
Looney dead. Looney 1 in top mid. I got another one ring. Ring.
They're going to run in. Stay down.
It's fine.
On Balk.
Nice, let's go. That's guy. They're all gonna be ring. Yeah, they're all gonna be ring.
Pushing out.
No, he's bottom side up.
Two of them. Nice. Sunny out.
Hold bottom.
Out dead.
I got. They have a drone squad.
Ring. I got one. One more ring.
I have it.
Yo, drone squad's on me.
Ring really big. Ring one shot Lamar.
He's not gonna be blue.
Went towards mid.
Down for window.
Nice, there's no one there.
Close. He's still ringing.
Close on you, bro.
Nice, one's blue inner. Alright, we're good.
One more blue inner.
Yo, let's pull it back.
Yeah, on steps, Donnie. Weak on steps.
Comms were calm and composed. My ass, but look at the scoreline. The Thieves are back in this with a shot on the next rotation.
Yeah, and I tell you what, they are right back in this. 30 points and counting here. Down low, though, you're going to see Splyce take control. Close to grenades going out, and I tell you what, The bait and switch is very much in the case of Splyce right now. Looney, Temp, both finding doubles. Enable and Kenny trying to find themselves two as well, but Looney comes out on top. Splyce come out on top. But this game, very, very close. That whole listing that we had there, 100 Thieves crawling their way back into this. Specialists are going to come into this at the end. Looney has his second crash of the game, 27 and 13, touching on that. Temp as well at a 2.0. Many streaks to rain upon them. We'll have to see, can Splyce finish this one?
I'm not going to lie, I understood literally nothing that the Thieves said in that listening. That was a little too intense for my ears. I mean, it doesn't matter though, because the scoreline's saying it. Splyce about to crack over 200. Enable continuing this incredible run he's had, 25 and 15. Things are looking up again. Splyce hanging in there. Octane just gets war machined out as Temp finds his second. No flak jackets for anyone there on Thieves, ready to go. Maybe that one got missed in their mess, that cacophony of the call-outs. Here we go. Splyce can win it here. Looney find two. See on the push. Temp still locking this one down. The gut punch comes out, but not able to get it done. Priester cleans up Enable. Joe gets dropped there on the point too. Looney still in there, but his fists and fury there on the hard point as the Thieves are not out of this yet. Accuracy. He gets taken down the outside. Aqua's now watching the point as well. Nades are out. And it's the absolute utility fest now from Splyce as they clean up these players and as they clean up the points.
Not the best concussion there going out by Looney, but it doesn't really matter at this point. 20 seconds left. We can't end it on this one, but potentially on the next one. Looney finds another here. Looney and Temp, by the way, have been incredible. Double after double after double here. Slasher and Octane, though, do bite back with the Maddox themselves, and they are down by a large margin here, but as we rotate round, we're gonna see 100 Thieves with that spawn. Are they gonna be able to hold it? We'll have to wait and see for that one. What does Splyce have? Aqua close to the Annihilator. Kenny close to obviously giving that TAC 5 boost as well, but the Thieves come out on top for a second here, and we're going to get that hood up and running. I don't know where it's gone, but it'll be back shortly as we're going into this one. 224 to 167, there it is.
Either way, 170 now, the Thieves in control. Aqua falls off in the back, Octane finds his kill. Jed now just teetering on the edge, no grab slam to work with, but the gun skill is going to try and get it done. Slasher finds one, Kenny finds another. Splyce not able to make the break here, not able to find the entries, but Looney, one kill at a time, is going to make his way forward now. Enable's going to be the next line of defense. He holds into it. The Sorg doing work on the players in mid-map. The Thieves have had a great run here as they've stolen themselves a few points, managing to get back into this. Here comes the next set of rotations. 13 left. We do have Splyce in control, but Enable's in the window. Shots are through. No one to back that up. No one to pick up the trade. Here comes the clock, and this is it. Splyce ready to win it here on the next hard point. 100 Thieves have to find something.
Jerd has been pushed up to you. He's going to be looking for that opener. He's going to find it as well. There's the information that you need. Priester shutting down one, the new addition. Like we said, he's laser light, but it's not going to be enough to find the second there. Looney with the cover, the call-outs, and everything in between as well. Just 13 points away, closing in on that victory. We see the kill feed light up grey, and that is all Splyce as it stands. A strong rotation, a strong decision here for Splyce with the grab slam to play with. Doesn't even need it. And that's going to be it. Splyce take map number one. And I tell you what, the first 3 or 4 minutes were dominated. But 100 Thieves, they got back into that game. And that was when, you know, Looney was 10-0. Full streaks. Temp was going off as well. I thought that game could end a little bit messy for the Thieves.
It was, at one point, it was like, what, 155, 160 in like the 50s or 30s for the Thieves. It wasn't a good look. But hey, man, they pulled it back. Getting themselves into the 200s, that is certainly a transformation for that lineup. What can be said of Splyce, though? I mean, again, we saw an exceptional start from them. Extremely, well-handed. Streaks came out. We saw fantastic specialist usage. The War Machine came through. We saw Temp picking up a couple with that one. No one on Thieves ran flak jacket at that time, so he managed to catch it unaware. It's like getting caught out in the rain without an umbrella. Like, you really need that.
It's also very sad when that happens as well, by all means. When you see that War Machine on and you're running at that hard point, you're like, yep, don't have it. You're going down, pretty much. Again, the accuracy of some of these players, incredible. And one thing I will say with Splyce, it's a strong start. Can they keep it going, though?
Oh, well, that's the thing. They've got to keep it going. Either way, Jess had a quick chat with the guys of Splyce, particularly Temp, before the start of this series. Jess, what did they have to say?
Thanks, Miles. Well, Temp said that they are ready to go. He said, we're literally about to destroy them. He goes, here's a little rhyme for you. He goes, free dubs, free cash, those guys are trash. So he is definitely ready to go. He did also add that, you know, they're just feeling good being here at the Pro League because they play better on LAN. And I did also pop over to 100 Thieves and chat with Kenny. They're also feeling good being at the Pro League. He said they've improved a lot lately and the comms are there, the team vibes are there. And he goes, you know, as basic as it sounds, we really just sat down and relearned the basics of teamwork because that's something that we were really struggling with before. So let's see how the rest of the series goes. Miles and Momo, back over to you guys.
Free dubs, free cash, those guys are trash. I like it.
I like it right now. Obviously, they're winning the series so far. However, let's check it back. Let's go back, of course, to that Hardpoint. I want to see exactly how it did end between these guys. It was much closer than I thought. You know, when it started so strong for Looney and the boys of Splyce, but it was the strong rotation. You'll see all these gray arrows now. They just start to dip away, and you know what? We're not feeding them streaks. You know, Slashy was on a double right now. We were thinking, you know, maybe a lightning strike could have changed the game. They set up perfectly, but it's Jerd who gets the initial at you. And then even though Enable comes here and breaks through, players are falling left, right, and center. Look at the spawns for 100 Thieves. They're so far away. 1 or 2 wave of kills, and that game was done here. And we do see Splyce just kind of continue this. This is where Jerd opens up with that kill, and that's all he needs. He goes down, information gathered. And apart from that, Miles, 100 Thieves, again, it was just they were battling against the wind.
Yeah, it's tough in that situation for Thieves. They have to make those rotation kills, and unfortunately, Jerd gets it done at you. And they have to keep getting the remainder of the hardpoint time because they need every second at this point later in the game. And if they don't, you know, they're going to be going down. At the same time for Splyce, they played that perfectly. They hit the rotation. They win the gunfights they need there on the players who are trying to get in the back end of the next hardpoint. And they close out the series. Not a bad look for the Thieves, but a great look for Splyce. 250 to 208. Now, the Search and Destroy, this is another interesting run of things because the Thieves, the Search and Destroy game wasn't ideal either. Of course, they had a bit of a rough run at Vegas, and Splyce, their Search game was mean.
Yeah.
And we talked about this lineup in terms of how deep the playbook is and how great the minds are on that squad in terms of the Search. And you got Looney, you got Jerd, 2 players who are fiends when it comes to the Search and Destroy. Of course, Aqua as well. We saw his Tempest in Vegas and the plays he was making there. And of course, Temp, the KT, was huge in Vegas. He was picking up a ton of kills. He was doing incredible things with War Machine. And actually as well, can't sniff at him either. So this is a squad that you have to be fearing him. I mean, I still peg this team to top the division, hands down. You know, I think the Thieves have got what it takes, but I really think at the end of the day, Splyce have just got it here in the Search.
100 Thieves, they had the problems. A roster change, of course, came in. Priester, they lost Pharaoh, who, you know, on paper was one of the best Search and Destroy players that there is, but, you know, it's not a solo game. You know, it's about playing as that orchestrated team. Of course, this is the first time we're going to see 100 Thieves on LAN with this roster playing Search and Destroy. This is their map pick. Of course, Splyce were the ones to take the hard point. Will 100 Thieves be able to level out the playing field? Obviously, myself and Miles just casted a 3-0. I'm hoping this one isn't the same. I was looking at this whilst in Division A, and I was looking forward to this matchup. Again, kind of so many storylines around it, so many prolific players here. But again, credit to the players like Looney. Starts off 10-0 on Hardpoint, and Temp as well, shutting things down. But we're in the Search and Destroy. What are we going to see here? We're seeing that bomb edge towards B, and we're already seeing snipers.
Looney snipes up towards B. And again, it's a 2-2 split. 2 players on one side, 2 players on the other. Everyone else is just making sure nothing goes down in mid. Looney gets a small tag through the wall there, but not enough to deter him from trying to hit Octane. Trying to find the angle. As you can see, it's very, very difficult to make this happen. And Octane, be careful, my friend. Now you know there's a snipe. And you can see those arrows. They've backed up immediately. Jerd, though, hitting the rotate. The timing is perfect. Sneaky Jerd. So sneaky, so aware. The numbers are starting to dwindle for the Thieves. It's now a 2v4. Looney and Aqua now making that rotate back towards those players hitting A. And you can see the A bomb. They're making their way together. This is big, but Kenny just gets sniffed out there by Aqua.
In a 1v2, that's not the perfect bait and switch. It couldn't have gone any worse there. Looney finishes the round with a pistol as well. But again, you know, how did that kind of round fall apart for the Thieves? It was kind of the sniper play over by Looney. Didn't necessarily connect there, put the pressure on. Jerd was the player to push forward, get a kill, but he didn't continue on that, you know, that pinch. He turned around, he brought it right back. They used the numbers off screen at A. They obviously found the kill, but that's just, you hate to see that as a Thieves fan. You know, just kind of bumping into each other in a doorway. It's a bit of a Bit of a mess up there.
It's unlucky though. Kenny, he's already damaged. He's trying to escape.
Yeah.
Aqua's shot's just on point. It's hard in that kind of 2v4 situation. Either way, for the Thieves now as they go on to the defensive round, Splyce with the first win across the board. You know, a kill for almost everyone except for accuracy. Aqua picked up 2, but also went down in the end of that round. Looney straight back towards the B with that snipe. Well, hey, that was close, but no cigar. All of Splyce now on the bomb site towards B. We haven't seen much of a reaction yet from the 100 Thieves, but there's a possibility to hit that flank Octane with that snipe. As Kenny opens it up with his ICR. Get that first kill on Jerd.
Not often you see Kenny with an ICR, but it works. See a cluster going out, and they know Kenny's there. Kenny is damaged, my goodness, down to about 20 HP, and Temp's going to finish him off there as he tried to slide away from that cluster. Bomb rotating right through the middle. Priester, can he find a big impact? He's going to find Looney. That is maybe what he needs. He's going to try and dip, and he's going to find the second as well. Priester finds a double, and it's now down to a 3v2, Temp and Aqua. And just Aqua now in a very difficult position. Beautiful stuff from Priester there again, just kind of hitting his shots. First was easy, second was precise.
Speaking of precision, Aqua needed precision there and he couldn't quite get it done. Goes for the quick trade, but nonetheless, Thieves get around. Now it's tied up 1-1. And now time to reflect. Short break in between these rounds for these players to think about what went wrong, have a discussion about what to do in the next. So many variables to consider now in 5v5 though.
Yeah.
How you play, what your opponent's thinking. Now, when I think of Call of Duty, there are the 3 Ps. There's performance, there's possession, and position. You need all 3 of those. You got to be playing well. You got to know what you have and what the enemy has, and you have to put yourselves in position to take advantage of your possession and of your performance. Let's see who brings the thunder to round 3.
Well, here we go. It's a heavy stack towards the A-bomb side. Trophy may come in handy, but he's not even able to get it down there. He's going to be stunned. Accuracy should be done, dusted, but he's going to get away with his life here. There's 2 on the pinch. Number 7 and 9, that's Jerd and Aqua.
Timing's on. Thieves get in, shots are out. Jerd only finds 1. The trades are through, and Aqua actually gets the kill. Can Slasher find another one out of this? It's 4v3. Splyce at a disadvantage. The Thieves come in. They get the bomb down. And now the trades, but Looney finds his first. What a snipe, a second! And all of a sudden, the round is wide open. The defuse is coming through. Slasher, last player left alive. He needs to make a poke towards the bomb. It's about to be defused. Any chance now he's going to get it done? The shots are through.
Does get the kill and will get the defuse. Looney again picks up 2 and just says, you know what, I'm jumping on it. I'm probably going to go down. I'm not in the best of positions. But he was the one with a pistol. He was the one in the weakest position. Great shots from Temp at the end, though. If he doesn't kill him as quick as he did, defuse doesn't go in. And Looney, I believe, will get play of the round here. That shot's nice, but this one, the second one, so close as well. Priester, ooh, gonna have a sore back in the morning.
Position to be sniping as well, like he's so close, like statue to statue, like those positions, there's not a whole lot between him. A Sorg's gonna rip you in half, an ICR is gonna rip you in half, you know, Maddox's gonna get it done. Who knows what's gonna kill you after this patch, which we will be seeing later on, ladies and gentlemen. But again, what a round there from Splyce, and props to Slasher, getting in there, dealing the damage and getting it done dirty, but just not enough to finish it up. Octane just misses accuracy there. 5 kills for Temp, and of course a nice 3 for Looney. Octane does get a kill there on accuracy. You know, Lightning can strike twice. Will get traded out quickly by Jerd, and oh my, Splyce on the point.
Jerd and Aqua doubling up. Roommates by day. Splyce members by night here, and they're taking 100 Thieves by the scruff of the neck, and they're making this round look easy, and Nable's going to be shot in the back here as Jerd starts the round hot and finishes it very, very strong again. It's the depth of their S&D which I'm really impressed with. They've got snipes, they've got, you know, their A pushes seem very calculated. Their adaptation in rounds is even better. You know, when they make a kill, they'll rotate through middle. That didn't work for him. However, this time, a strong push through the middle. You know, Aqua and Jerd, very, very in sync.
And even when, you know, a play doesn't work out, we see those flanks get hit immediately. You know, in the last round, we saw the way Jerd and Aqua hit the back end, especially towards that A site. And now we've got 4 members going towards B for Splyce. Octane with that snipe once again. Oh, the timing from Octane. Aqua's just on the edge of that. Nah, not going to happen. Backing things up, shots are through. Splyce have overrun it on the defense. Aqua goes down. Perfect shot's going to get that one done. Enable still with the bomb here. They're just waiting for reinforcements. Their player Priester, he's going to be hitting the window now. And shots are out. It's not going to happen. Slasher can only find one. And now it's a 3v2. Priester doesn't hit the window in the end. They back on up. But the biggest problem they have is the bomb is down. And the back-end push for that B site. Uh-oh, Slasher. What's going on here? That's awkward. That's a difficult one. Priester's now last player left alive. No bomb in hand. Not a chance now to make that one happen. He's in a 1v3 situation, and this is a diabolical round now for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, unfortunate. Again, very tough position for, I think it was Slasher with the ICR there. Nicely baited out by Splyce. I can't get over that.
I can't even remember it.
Free dubs, free cash. These guys are trash. Something like I don't know.
When's the album dropping?
Oh, yeah. It was just, again, it seems kind of... you know, Jess will speak to the players, he'll get a little bit of info, but whenever he's Temp, there's always something interesting. He's the one, like, laughing on stage, he's the one trash talking. And I tell you what, when Temp's playing well, it gets better. You know, the trash talk gets bigger, he's feeling himself, and this is what I'm talking about, the depth. This is very, very intimidating if you see 4 or 5 people pushing you through. And Enable will have to back on down. Oh, accuracy's got to be taken out. Oh, no. Oh, no.
On the turn. That's big. Looney's there. Real quick. Quick, smart. But again, they haven't abandoned the game plan. They're still making their way through middle. They're still pushing hard. They've cut the entirety of 100 Thieves in half. And they've just managed to overwhelm them entirely. Flak Jacket's going to save Kenny from now. As Temp's War Machine rings out. Can they punch a hole right through the middle of that defensive line? And now they split him up. Kenny's on his own. He can't concede the bomb site. But as soon as he knows, that's a great call. Back it on up. Watch out. Here come the reinforcements for 100 Thieves. But number 10, Looney, does go down. Thieves will hold in the 2v1 right now. Aqua, last player left alive. Shots are through. Thieves making a great situation there out of a tough, tough play.
Yeah, I couldn't put it better. These guys kind of capitalized on the position in there. And Splyce will pay the price for that one. A much needed round here for 100 Thieves. You hear the screech of the War Machine as well coming through. Not the best sound you want to hear.
Right. And now it's in blackout a little bit more frequently. Woo! Whoa, this event update has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're really good with it.
I'm great with it. You've seen it, Philip. Temp. War Machine done and dusted. Still specialists aplenty for the rest of the team. Actually not too close to his Tempest at 1 and 6, but Jerd's looking very close to his. The grab slam again, Looney once again in this position to find a snipe. Up and down. Oh, Looney just takes a flesh wound there. And backing on up. Immediately Splyce are backed up, but Priester's trying to catch these players on the rotate.
On the same side, though, so is Temp. And it's going to be a battle of the flanks, if you like here. They're going to meet in the middle. And Aqua is first to jump in with Temp and go, you know what, you're not alone here. They're pushing forward. And now with the number advantage, they can start to get that map control. Interesting, though. Look how split 100 Thieves are. It's a little bit indecisive. They're almost anticipating the push from Jerd. Temp's in a very good position.
Jerd now. He caught that player's information, and now there's no way for them to trade unless they get a lot close to each other. The Thieves are not in a position to get that done. Temp's got to get that kill done as well now.
Actually goes down. Temp, actually, I think that was a really wise play. He tagged him up, but he didn't over-challenge that. That's some full load. Okay, Slasher does finish it. I gave Looney a little bit too much of a chance, but Aqua pulls out the Annihilator, finds 2, looking for the 3rd. That's going to be Enable as well. Can he find another? There's only 1 alive. And there he is, baby.
Ouch. That's how you use your specialists. Another 3 with the Annihilator to close a round out here, and there's not a whole lot Octane can do, let's be honest. Here we go. We see that once again for our player of the game. Oh, beautiful shot for the first. Slasher in second, and then, you know, Enable goes. Last but not least, here was Octane. Point blank. Aqua, new recipient of the Seraph of that Annihilator, and he's putting it to good work.
Yeah, you know, touching on that, obviously, Aqua obviously kind of took that role. Previously, I think he used to rock Tempest. That got changed. Accuracy now handles business with that one, and actually 1 and 7, not the best of games, but currently sat at 5 and 2. We're more than happy with the team performance here. Looking at the minimap, though, look at the spread of both teams here. Number 5 is actually progressing really quickly, that being Priester. tagging up Temp, but it's not going to be enough, and Temp's just got information now for free.
Priest is in, though. This is a defensive round for 100 Thieves, and Priest is deep. He's real far in, trying to get himself out of the deficit 5-5 for him. Actually, still sitting on that 1-7, but it doesn't help when Aqua's going 12-5 and hoovering up all the kills.
And this seems like the same strat. I mean, perfect bait and switch there, but Kenny down with the ICR, same strat. Does come out on top of Jerd, and I'm very surprised at that, obviously, due to the close quarters, but Kenny clearly rocking that ICR. He knows exactly what he's doing, and this could be dangerous. The Attack 5 boost has been pushed as well, 3-2. Streaks are available for Aqua. He's going to go down as well. Now a 1v3 with Attack 5 invested. Splyce went for it here. It's not going to pay off for them. And that is one specialist they do not have to worry about.
Patience paid off there for the Thieves. They let Splyce come to them. We saw Jerd overextending and making those ambitious jumps. And then in the end, that final kill from Octane. Slight change now, and still finding themselves on map point.
Yeah.
Splyce have got rounds to burn. But again, it's interesting to see now what's the next move they're going to try. We've seen them hit A, we've seen them hit B, we've seen them push right through the middle. This is going to be a big one for the Thieves. Their offensive rounds have not been ideal, and Aqua's got 2 streaks to just deal out the damage. Both bomb sites, of course, being completely open.
Yep.
So that could well be the death knell here for the 100 Thieves in the search.
14-6, you know, touching on that as well. On the flip side, Slash is dropping double digits as well. But Aqua, and it's not always been the same player. I've seen Aqua and Jerd do it, I've seen Aqua and Temp do it. The bait and switch, and whether, you know, Aqua's just been a little bit lucky on being that second player in, he's the one. Oh my goodness, it's going to rain. It's going to pour. And Slash is going to be the one to go down, Enable as well. 5v3. 5-3. And as the time ticks down, Priest are trying to make a move, trying to make something out of nothing almost. Accuracy does fall a little bit. A shining light here, and you might actually see the grab slam invested. Aqua's going to call in that Hellstorm as well. Will survive that being Priest. Kenny won't, on the other hand. 4-2, 25 seconds left on the clock.
2 streaks, 2 kills. 2v4, Priest in from behind. This is big. That's 1. There's another gut punch. This is 2v2. Octane's alive. The slam comes out. Priester keeps him going. Temp now. In a 1v2. In those vents. Okay. Octane got the bomb. He just managed to get out there. Temp had one job, and that was to keep an eye on the bomb. Priester gets it done. The Thieves buckle in. They get rid of both streaks. They only invest 1 specialist, and they get themselves around.
2v4. Priester and Octane coming up trumps here, and I will say, Priester's final kill, I thought for a second Temp had just ripped him off of that power position, but again, good investment of the grab slam. Shuts it down. Priester finding minimum 3 that round. He might have found a 4th. I might be mistaken in that one. I know Octane picked up 1. But it was 5-2, I believe. 2 rounds back-to-back for the Thieves now. And this would be a comeback.
Surprised Octane picked up the gut punch kill. Again, that slide shot to keep himself alive. Who with the way? Here we go. Another round for the Thieves. Specialists are plenty for all of them. You know, Octane's ready to go. Slash is ready to go.
Favoring 100 Thieves actually at this moment in time. 3-1 on the specialist count here. Slasher. Oh my goodness. Aqua's going to take down Slasher. Octane answers back as well. Octane does have the Annihilator, but it's going to be deleted. Enable now enables that Attack 5 boost, but in a 3v4, it's a must win. It's a good use, and now all level.
It's a big way to do it. Priester now teetering on the stairs. Enable trying to make it happen. Kenny's watching his back. Accuracy skins him alive. Jerd over the top. 2v1. Priester the positioning though. Oh no! 2-0 to Splyce. Just when you think Priester's gonna hit the flanks, Jerd turns it around. And just like that, it's 2-0 in the series.
Jerd baiting and switching with the grab slam there. He was almost teasing him. Winding him in here, and Splyce will lead here. The hard point, of course, went in favor of the boys, as does the search and destroy. Close games by all means. However, Splyce lead going into the control, guys. We'll see you after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's Call of Duty World League here. Splyce versus 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves, excuse me. So far, 2-0 to Splyce. Dominant rounds. Dominant hardpoint. We asked you who you were most excited to watch here in Division B using the hashtag CWL PS4. And Mr. Papa Boo, definitely Kismet. He reminds me of Dashi, with just so much talent, possibility, being Rookie of the Year now. He's been playing so far. Absolutely right. Kismet's a beast. He's an absolute savage.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of young talent. However, Rusty King won. Priester, can't wait to see what he will do on 100T. Hashtag CWL PS4.
We've seen what he's been doing so far, and things have been looking good. And Mr. Noah Cow says, Jerd. Overlooked, I feel, on Splyce. There's a reason the org made sure he was locked into their current roster. Look for him to explode these 2 weeks. Great call.
So basically, you're all excited to see the really fast, aggressive SMG plays. I get it. I'm right there with you guys. I'm right there with you. Look at Temp, he's just waiting for the fist bump. Give me your energy.
I love how he prepared himself to receive those. Like,
oh, clip it, clip it.
Ah, clip that, clip that. Either way, the Thieves, they're not looking bad, man. There's by no stretch of the imagination. Again, they're going to be disappointed with their own performances and the performance of the team, but, I mean, this is better than they've looked since Vegas.
I will say, for them to come in today, and obviously this is a tough game. You know, this is not coming up against, you know, Denial, Heretics, E6, you know, one of those who are meant to be kind of like, you know, 5th, 4th, 7th or whatever in the league. Splyce are kind of one which are dubbed to top the league, you know, to top the division, should I say. A very, very tough match, and maybe it might stand them in good stead throughout the whole division to kind of face these guys early. You know, we'll never know. However, jumping into a control, it's going to be on Gridlock, and of course, this being Splyce's pick here now. Let's see exactly what they can do on the defense. It's Aqua to open up the account. Not 1, but 2, and it's going to fall as well, and Nabel with a double.
Well, Nabel's trying to make the kills happen. Temp takes care of him. Looney covers the rear perfectly. Capturing towards A. First tick's done. Temp. Oh, Kenny. I don't even know how the hell he did that. Accuracy still getting the cap on the point. No one there to apply the pressure. No one there to stop the bleed. 2 ticks done now. 27 to the 23. 100 Thieves live, slowly but surely whittling away as A falls now. Enable there a little too late as he's cut to ribbons there by the gunfire of Splyce. Now Splyce trying to make their way out. Typically, as we see it, that gunfight out towards the highway, crucial. And Slasher manages to find one with a nade. That's good enough for now. 25 to 21. It's a decent body of lives now to attack B with.
Not unfamiliar territory by any stretch of the imagination here. 100 Thieves are down, obviously, but on the defense, this is where, you know, one wave of kills, and that 25 to 21 can be pretty much even. We'll see, of course, it break down here, as we do see Priester pushing up onto the house, and there's going to be a big, big push on the back here. The call-outs from Kenny. He will survive, and that's a big, important part of Black Ops 4. He's staying alive, getting that information, and he does that very, very well. However, 2 players go down from the back as well, make it 3 here, as the pinch will come in. However, taking control of B is a little bit tougher than that. Accuracy doing very, very good here to get another couple kills here. 3 on the board as well. First death for him. First tick not in just yet.
Doing the best they can. There's the first tick. Kenny makes his way through the 18-wheeler. Enable on the outside of the map as he charges forward. Jerd covered by heavy gunfire. He has to drop down. Now, can he find anything? No, he won't. He gets dropped. Accuracy trying to provide that cover from the bank of the flanks there. And as you can see, 100 Thieves have managed to hold for the time being. Actually, that one had your name all over it. Wow, Slasher is throwing rocks tonight. Temp tries to make his way forward, somehow alive, as he trades out quickly, 15 to 10. Splyce with a small advantage to start this off.
Yeah, this is huge from Jerd, but it's not big enough here. That kill would have separated 100 Thieves. They would have had to turn around left, right, and check every single point. However, big kill coming in from the defensive squad here. It was 15 to 10. Now it's 10 to 10. That is how quickly it can change, and how all the odds go in favor of 100 Thieves now.
Ooh, and there we have it. Thieves with the advantage. Again, off the back of some power play from Slasher. 7 to 5 right now, 3 kills in a row. The other side of the board, no one's really picking up any major slack. Jerd currently sitting at 1 and 4. Looney at 4 and 2. Priester calm before the storm. Those shots rigging out in the distance. The ICR of Octane, solid as a rock. The ICR of Slasher, there to help when he needs it. This 2 ICR setup is working out here down by B. 6 to 8. Looney's trying to break something now with his flank. This is essential. Those ICRs have been doing too much damage. He's got to get rid of them. 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, concussion could be big as well here. If he picks up one, uses that concussion, Slash is going to be first to fall, and there it is. This is where everyone's going to start to push. Priester does fall. 3 go down for the Thieves here. It's 5-3. Every life matters here. Now, you've got to make these lives count. On the defensive side, Thieves will be trying to stop this zone going down. Concussion does hit accuracy. He should fall. He will fall. And now it's all but up to 2. Aqua, Temp, trying to find this one. Will fall down. And 100 Thieves stay composed in round number 1. They will clutch up. And again, sometimes people have said, you know, having likes of Slasher and Octane on one team, it can be a bit detrimental, maybe too slow. But those 2 ICRs, when they came out, they were beaming.
Yeah, they were doing great work together as well. You saw the way they would cover each other. You know, Slasher gets shots into somebody, backs up, Octane picks up the kill. That kind of bait and switch, that kind of team shot is absolutely crucial now. We've seen it time and time again. Teamwork in Black Ops 4. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's a motivational poster with these guys' faces on it right now because it was a good round from them. And after a very, very strong start from Splyce, again, A vanished in the blink of an eye, and they had the life advantage, so 100 Thieves managed to pull that one back. Oh my god, Octane dead before he even hit the ground.
And this is interesting here. On the defensive side, Splyce have just sent 4 to B. They've basically said if they go away, we've pretty much accepted the L. But Temp is doing everything he can. He takes one down with him. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how Splyce play this. Do they just give it up, and have they just kind of said, we're going to learn how to just defend one site? They're pinning them down. They're pinning everybody in there. It is what you like, a perfect position. It may not work like that, however, when 5 push, I don't know, 2, 3, but let's see how 100 Thieves go about this exit of the showers, exit of Zone A.
That's so hard. I mean, the clock's on this side, though. You get that cap, you get that extra time, and Splyce are outside just like, come out with your hands up. We have you surrounded. And they really do have them surrounded. If they find that opening, though, you're going to see them flood out. Temp's trying to find one. Accuracy gets it done. Priester, gun down. Temp still killing. Jerd finds the players on the flank now, and that's devastating. Slasher basically stopped.
I love this, and I've got to touch on it. Number 1, Looney is basically in their spawn, so it's not like this pin that they've got them in, they're going to spawn out when they die. They're staying in this situation. They can't get out. They need to make the kills to get out. Now it's getting a little bit weaker, but not too weak. Splyce, they know what they're doing on control on the defense here. 25-14. I think they're finally free. Looney may take one with him. Oh my goodness, still alive. There he does. Fall finally. But after everything he's said and done, 11 to the good. Make it 12 as Temp. Oh my goodness, no. Thought he was going to turn and burn there, but 3 go down from either team here. As 21 plays 10, the contest comes in. He knows exactly where he is. Doesn't connect with the final shots. That being, of course, Looney. Tac 5 boost invested. Doesn't matter.
Man, the chokehold from Splyce. Look at the kills. 18-9. Slasher finding 2. War Machine from Temp now. Any flak jackets, boys? You're going to need them because it's raining. Jordan actually find the kills. 18-7. Priester goes down as he flies on in. And B, they managed to keep the tick together. And now it's an 18-5. No lives left for 100 Thieves. Man, what a vicious, vicious spawn trap that was. 100 Thieves with nothing to answer to. But in all that damage and all that hard work, the trades were still there. So no one on Splyce actually has any streaks to work with. You know, we're seeing the kills department certainly start to get bigger. But there's nothing to show for that next round aside from specialist points.
Yeah, however, I will say specialists are crucial. You look across the board now, Looney has that TAC 5 boost to go into the next round. The TAC 5, it was interesting. When it first was used by 100 Thieves then, I was like, why have you used that? Why have you invested that when you're down by like 12 kills? You're clearly going to lose this round. They clearly felt that, again, on the attack, and I'll stress this, when playing control, they get 4 or 5 kills, they get them down. It doesn't matter about the lives. If you can just get in with 3 or 4 players in that zone, it goes up so fast. And that was clearly the playbook move that they made. Didn't work, by all means. Splyce shut that down straight away. But it's all tied up now in control.
Round 3. Thieves get the defend. Splyce get the defend. And now, over the way, Jerd finds one with the slam. Straight in on the showers. The contest is already through. You see both teams just hammering each other. Slasher's War Machine gets it done. Now, Temp trying to cut these players off as they make their way in towards that contest. Because again, if you win the gunfight, it's on the point, you flush it out. And now they start to get the tick halfway towards the first. Aqua and Accuracy, 2 great kills in the back, are going to get rid of those players, allowing the progress to finally happen. Jerd with 2, a strong 2. As the second tick goes down, progress at A for Splyce once again, and that's it, showers are done. But strong fights there from 100 Thieves, keeping the lives together at 27-24.
Yeah, Specialist investing straight away. Here's the vision pulse. Now, it's important here for Accuracy to stay alive. He gets that pulse time and time again. If he goes down, it's taken away. There's that second pulse. You see Accuracy staying alive here. Temp, okay. That's your teammate. Calm down. And as the pulses run out, the lives of Splyce as well start to dwindle, but 25-21 here.
Not quite the same hold we saw Splyce do to 100 Thieves there, you know, they had him pinned. Splyce have already managed to get out. You can see Jerd and number 5, that's Accuracy, as they make their way out to the far right-hand side. And again, Temp so close to streaks. One more Priester. You may be it. Looney's going to come in and get the trade out either way. And there it is. The assist counted good. Accuracy's finding it, and now the aggression starts from Splyce. Now the aggression, now they make their way forward. That Lightning Strike's going to catch these players off a spawn. Not a whole lot of cover. Hellstorm now. Not a whole lot to be found now from 100 Thieves, except for Hellstorms, except for shots through. Can he get through that tiny crack? He can! Finds 2. Temp your beast, 2012. Splyce looking so strong now, as the push towards the point seems all in vain.
Yeah, and don't forget Accuracy's got full streaks too, you know, just to kind of make things worse here for 100 Thieves here. Enable is going to find one, but the second tick potentially coming through onto B. The Sword of Priester may not be enough here as Aqua, Looney, and Accuracy all putting kills on the board. That is going to be the third and final tick they need. We're going into potentially the last round with 2 tier 3 streaks, a Lightning Strike, and a Hellstorm. The Hardpoint, I'm going right back to the start here. Hardpoint is started off very dominated. 100 Thieves got back into it. Search and Destroy exactly the same. I don't feel Splyce will make that same mistake 3 times. To let these guys get back into it here, when you've got these streaks, is going to be pretty crazy on the same sense that Splyce are now on the defense. They have everything to play with.
How many times have we seen teams like Red Reserve bring these crazy comebacks off the back of some solid specialist plays?
True.
And if you think of that individual talent, that individual skill, you think of 100 Thieves. It's now or never at 2-1 here in the control to get themselves back into this series. And the specialists are ready to rock and roll. There it is.
Talking to specialists, here we go. Aqua with the Annihilator. Oh, he does miss, but he does stay alive, and that's the key part here for a second. Does find one with the Annihilator so far. It looks like 100 Thieves has switched things up to A, and that's going to be recognized by Splyce. But it almost was like 100 Thieves like, we don't want to go in A and get pinned in there again. So they tried B. It didn't work. Now we start to see the drone squad come in and edging around the corner, trying to just find something there. I don't mind the shot from Aqua. He might have only found that 1 kill, but they survive for now. Look at where Temp is here. This has got to be a kill minimum. Either whether he's just sat in a corner, he's going to catch one off guard, cluster grenade, could find a double. Not going to happen. Not even going to find one there in the back, but Looney may do just that.
No, the tough thing here for the 100 Thieves is the clock's not exactly on their side. They're missing, what, a good 40 seconds of game time now, and they've got to make their way out as fast as they possibly can towards B. Streaks, though, they're going to be running straight into Accuracy. ICR doing work. Jerd goes down to the back. Big shots from Octane, but here comes the drone squad. B's going to become a hellhole real fast, and Accuracy's the devil. 2-1 in rounds. Splyce just have to hold on. A minute 15 or 21 lives, and they can go home knowing that they did a good job. Here comes the Lightning Strike. Jerd with 2.
This was big from 100 Thieves. They actually did really, really well in that position. Jerd's just shut it down completely with those 2 kills as well. He's working on his grab slam. If he gets one, he might just get it and be able to jump out and provide a little treat for Splyce here. Vision Pulse has been popped. That's coming in from the side here of 100 Thieves. He's going to find himself one. Combined with the Annihilator, this could be dangerous here. 3 do go down. 100 Thieves out of nowhere.
This is what we
That's going to be 4.
This is what we were talking about. Priester can't get it done with a slam. So close, but so far. Octane doesn't get anything with his Annihilator on the return. 15 now to 17. Splyce on the offensive. Looney through the wall. Can't get it done on Kenny. But Kenny finds one on Temp, and they return there. The trade at 14-14. Jerd now mid-map. Almost at his slam. There it is, ready to go.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh!
No.
I mean, that was the TAC 5 boost. I just want to let people know at home that wasn't just a disgusting turn. You know, and shutdown there, the TAC 5 boost did come into play.
13-10 though. Splyce up top. Power position from Aqua to catch these players on the run. Kenny finds 2 to keep the lives in the favor of 100 Thieves though. Jerd ready to go with the slam. He's in. He's going to find 1 on a Priester. On the slide, Octane's up next, but big shots from Octane to stay alive. 9-6. Temp now, War Machine. Can he seal it out? Point blank range as he gets enabled. Temp ringing him out at 9. 5 lives left for 100 Thieves. Priester goes down. The clock's ticking. Can Aqua find anything as he holds on? They hold the line. They hold the line, and Splyce get it done in 3. Hardpoint was done and dusted. The search was an absolute blowout, and there, control was had on Gridlock. Splyce 3-0 over 100 Thieves.
Free dub, free cash. These guys are trash. Temp said it at the start, and he follows through. He didn't feel threatened once, and honestly, from the get-go, Splyce looked phenomenal here. They let it slip a couple times in the hard point, in the search destroy, even in the control already. But as the coach Marky B will congratulate the squad here on a big 3-0. It's going to really start to show, you know, how good 100 Thieves are as the division goes on. For me, that's a very, very tough game to start. We know how good Splyce are. But when you think back, again, I kind of want to leave Optic a little bit out of this with the substitute. But LG came in cold. They were a top 4 position as well. United yesterday, again, we don't really know how good Heretics are. But Splyce are the team from Vegas for me that just came in with that same, you know, kind of ferocious attitude. You know, they shut it down straight away.
I'm excited to see how well 100 Thieves advance. You know, already they're looking strongly. We're in Vegas, as you touched on, and again, it's a long league. They've got 2 weeks of high-quality play against some of the best teams in the world now to really prove themselves. And you set the bar pretty high there, going up against Splyce and giving them a decent run on the hard point. Fantastic comeback. They brought it back to within 200 points. You know, past 200 point mark, brought it back to within 50 points. Search and destroy a little bit to be left desired there, but you can't take too much away from Splyce's spectacular search game and on control. We knew it was going to be damn dirty. Either way, here's our PlayStation instant reaction with a man who's spitting bars and throwing around War Machine shots. It's Temp.
Thanks, Miles. How's it feel to start off the Pro League on a 3-0?
It feels great. I was like super excited. I was like kind of nervous for this match almost, like anticipating it because we haven't played on LAN in so long. So it feels great, to be honest. It's a great feeling.
Well, honestly, you seemed a lot more confident going into it. You know, we heard you free dubs, free cash. So to me, it seemed like you were predicting a 3-0. Would you disagree with that?
I expected it to be a little harder. I feel like it actually was close in certain situations because of us. Yuli switched teams when he had an Annihilator first map, so that got close. I had bomb down event and my whole team tried to throw on the S&D. But other than that, even on the control, we just ran front and ego chowed 18 over and over, so we got to fix that. We got to make sure we're more calm in matches. That can't be happening, but I mean, I definitely expected to win. All
right, well, tomorrow you're going to be facing Envy, so what are you thinking there?
I'm going in it expecting to win. I have supreme confidence in my team. Kyler's one of the best players in the game, so we got to watch out for him, and we just got to play our game.
All right, well, thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. For now, on over to Katie at the desk.
Thank you so much, Jess. And Temp just roasting everyone, his team, their team. It can't be stopped, but that was a very pretty 3-0 on their part. Nameless Pack Study. It was close in certain moments.
Yeah. They got
probably
choke slams
here and there.
They got absolutely manhandled, body bagged.
Yeah, that was. They got beat pretty bad first match. Like, man, you want a better performance than that. You know, the map 1, it was so tough right off the rip. They get straight into the first hill. Splyce and Danny Looney picks up. What does he start? 10-0.
That's
11-0.
Day 1 duo. I can't believe I didn't win a championship with that guy on my team, man.
Okay, I mean, we do have to point out again, we've said this for other teams, that, you know, it's one game, so stats, etc. You got to give it time. And of course, Splyce, very, very strong team to start out with. But Study, would you say what you saw that you think this 100T is better than old 100T, or up for debate?
I can't say that.
Wait,
No.
yes, I
You
can.
say
I
that?
can say that they are better than the last team.
How?
How? Yeah, how? Wait,
They got to win a map. They're 0-3.
Well,
0%.
they scored 200
But
points.
But I'm talking like teamwork.
They scored 200 points in Hardpoint.
This should not be discussion yet.
0% map wins.
This should not be discussion yet.
How can you say they're better? 0%. 0. I'm writing it down over and over. There's no numbers lower than 0%.
They won 4 rounds in S&D.
Oh.
No, listen, we need to see more games. Right?
Yeah,
We don't know how good they are yet. Obviously, they just played one of the best teams in the game. Splyce haven't missed a beat, and they just absolutely destroyed them. Every single map, like that first map, the score doesn't reflect how dominant of a performance that was. I think between Looney and Temp, they were positive 35 as a duo on that map, just destroying them.
Something outrageous.
You can't let that happen. You absolutely cannot let players pick up streaks left and right like that and have their way.
I saw what had happened. If Yuli didn't just give away his Annihilator for free,
yeah, I could give up his Annihilator. It would have been.
It would have been a different story.
Yeah, he switched.
Annihilator's like automatic 3 pieces. So that automatically gives you like another 30 points in Hardpoint. He didn't do that. Just like you said, the score wasn't indicative of how dominant the performance was by Splyce.
I don't want to be too saying 100 Thieves looked a lot better, but there were times where they did look a little bit more organized. Like in that first map, you know, with their old team, when they would go down like that, they would end up getting like 100-point clubbed, right? And they did bounce back, and they were able to, you know, make the score a little bit more respectable. And we saw Slasher go on a couple streaks and pick up that lightning strike to, you know, kind of alleviate some of that pressure. So, you know, that is something to, you know, be happy about if you are a 100 Thieves fan. But in terms of going forward, they still have so much to work on, so much.
Of course. The only reason I said they're not, that you can't say they're better, you just can't say they're better. They haven't won anything yet. True, they got more points than they probably would have with the other team, but had they had this extra time to practice with their old team, there's no guarantee that team wouldn't have done the same thing.
Exactly. So there's no, like, you can't weigh both teams right now. This team has to perform before we can say that they're better. It's going to take some time, but I mean, if you're a 100 Thieves fan, they needed that map 1.
Yeah, true. And they also played the team that got 3rd place at the event. So, like, not to overreact in any way. They have a bunch of easier matches coming up later in the week. Let's not just jump to conclusions so quickly.
That was so nice of you. Sometimes he can be nice. Sometimes, not all the
honest.
time.
No, it's important to not overreact to certain things.
No, that's very true. But I want to talk now about our Astro MVP candidate, and that is going to be Looney, who we talked about it before.
Duo?
He was doing so well.
He just got the team off on the right foot. That's so important. Like, just to start the series like that, to have somebody on your team frying, got full streaks right off the bat.
They were just challenging him one by one in that doorway. I was like, is he ever gonna die here? Picks up the full streaks, uses them very early on, which, you know, gives them that early lead, and then Temp picks up streaks as well. And
this is a good sniper.
38 in that.
That is what a good sniper looks like. You see that? That's what you call random positioning.
Why are they peeking him like that?
Why the second guy? It was Priestess.
It's because there's no way they expect him to be there.
Yeah, but the first guy, okay, he gets picked. The second guy, now you know he's there. Why are you peeking him?
I have no clue, man. Simply no answer there, John. Throwing shoulders would probably be the best thing, but even though throwing a shoulder at a sniper is not the greatest thing you could do, especially if he just hit a shot.
Yeah.
What are you peeking? What are you looking at? Like, when you turn that corner, what are you going to turn and look? What are you going to do?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there.
Your face popped off.
You just can't peek the sniper at all. You got to wait for him to get impatient and try to make a move, and then once you come, then you can start to advance on the map. But when a sniper's not missing, like, there's not much you can really do.
All right, let's take a look.